Just when the Burling family thinks they're off the hook, bam! The phone rings. A young woman has died. Another inspector is on the way. Spooky, right? This final twist isn't just a cheap thrill, it's crucial. It hammers home Priestley's point about repeating cycles of history. The Burlings, blinded by their privilege, haven't learned a thing. They're doomed to repeat their mistakes. Eva Smith's death, you see, isn't just a one-off tragedy. It's a symptom of a much bigger problem. The play's set in 1912, a time of massive class division. The Burlings, factory owners, represent the upper class. They treat Eva, a working-class girl, as disposable. Her death is a direct result of their actions. The play, though, isn't just about class. It's about time. The cyclical nature of events makes us think about how the past, present, and future are connected. Now, stick with me here, it gets a bit Twilight Zone. Let's talk about Ouspensky. He believed that time isn't linear, instead it's cyclical. We're trapped in a repeating loop, living the same events over and over. Sounds a bit like the Burlings, doesn't it? They're stuck in their ways, repeating the same mistakes. Think about Mr. Burling. He's obsessed with his social standing. He wants to climb the social ladder. He even says there's a good chance of knighthood, you know. He's so focused on his own success that he can't see the damage he's causing to others. The inspector tries to break the cycle. He wants the Burlings to take responsibility for their actions. He says, we don't live alone. We are members of one body. We are responsible for each other. But do they listen? Not really. Right, so Ouspensky reckons we're stuck in this time loop, and Inspector Calls plays with this idea brilliantly. The ending with the second phone call suggests the Burlings are about to relive the same nightmare. This time, though, they have a chance to change. Think about how Sheila reacts to the inspector. She's horrified by her own actions. She even says, I know I'm to blame, and I'm desperately sorry. She's the only one who seems to genuinely understand the gravity of the situation. Maybe, just maybe, she can break the cycle. But then there's Eric. He's a mess, right? He's got problems with alcohol, responsibility, the lot. He represents how the upper classes prey on the vulnerable. His actions have consequences, but will he learn? The cyclical nature of the play suggests maybe not. Now Dunn, he had this other theory about time. He called it serial time. Basically, he believed we have multiple selves existing in different dimensions of time. We get glimpses of these other selves in our dreams or through premonitions. Sound crazy? Stay with me. Remember that feeling of unease throughout the play, like something's not quite right? That could be those other selves, those other timelines bleeding through. The inspector, with his knowledge of the future, could be a manifestation of this. He even says we are responsible for each other. Is he talking about social responsibility or something more? The ending of the play, with its ambiguity, leaves us wondering, have the Burlings truly learned their lesson, or are they doomed to repeat their mistakes? The play doesn't give us easy answers. It makes us confront the possibility that our actions have consequences, not just in this life, but perhaps in others. It's a chilling thought, isn't it? And that's the brilliance of An Inspector Calls. It stays with you long after the curtain falls.